Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Fright Friday right here on Night Owl Video. Today I am talking about Dead Alive, also aka Brain Dead. So we're going to talk about cast, production, critical response, all that jazz. So I hope you'll stick around. We'll talk about this edition and where you can watch it and all that cool stuff. Of course, Dead Alive is a horror comedy from 1992. It was directed by Peter Jackson, who obviously went on to do bigger, not necessarily better things, but bigger things. Of course, the Lord of the Rings trilogy, the King Kong remake, among others. He also did Bad Taste back in these days, which is a movie I own but have not watched yet, oddly enough. But I just got this for a Christmas gift, and I actually hadn't seen this since I was a late teenager, I think early into my early 20s. So this was I consider this kind of like a first time watch because I really don't remember much about it. But so like I said, this was brain dead everywhere else in the world, but in North America it was called Dead Alive. This stars Timothy Balm, who is in a lot of movies and TV shows that I don't know. This also stars a person named Diane Panavler. Panavler, yeah. She didn't really do much else other than this movie. Like, I think she did 2 or 3 other movies. Elizabeth Moody was also in this. She was in Heavenly Creatures and apparently had a cameo in the extended version only of Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring. And this also shows Ian Watkin, who was in a lot of movies that I don't know about. And he also apparently had some weird cameo in Star Wars Episode 2. I wouldn't know because I don't really watch those movies anymore. I'm an OG original trilogy fan. So the synopsis for Dead Alive, aka Brain Dead, is overprotective mother Vera Cosgrove, played by Elizabeth Moody, spying on her grown son Lionel, played by Timothy Balm, as he visits the zoo with the lovely Paquita, played by Diana Panalver, is accidentally bitten by a fearsome Sumatran rat monkey, which was like a really phony looking like stop motion animation rat monkey thing. When the bite turns his beloved mother into a zombie, Lionel tries to keep her locked safely in the basement, but her repeated escapes turn most of the neighbors into the Walking Dead and then crash a high society party thrown by Lionel's boorish Uncle Les, played by Ian Watkin. So yeah, this is like a weird infection zombie type movie, very low budget. This was made on the budget actually of $3 million. And to that point, it was Peter Jackson's most expensive movie. Although it received positive reviews from the critics, it was a box office bomb. It has since obviously gone on to become a cult favorite and is now widely regarded as one of the goriest movies of all time. Principal photography took place over 11 weeks on location in and around Wellington, New Zealand. The film was shot on Super 16mm as opposed to 35mm, so that more of the budget could be spent on special effects. In this case, mostly gore. The film's special effects were crafted by a person named Bob McCarran and Richard Taylor, with some miniature models actually being created by Peter Jackson himself. This is a very gory movie. 300 liters of fake blood were used in the final scene of the film. During the lawnmower scene, if you've seen this movie, movie blood was pumped at 5 gallons per second. Peter Jackson paid homage to this film in his version of King Kong, allegedly. During a scene in the boat, you can see a crate with the words Sumatran rat monkey clearly shown on the side. So next time I watch King Kong, I'll have to watch for that because that's kind of cool. Upon being released on home video, the unrated version at 104 minutes was soon banned in Ontario and British Columbia for you Canadian followers, and only the R-rated version, the 90-minute version, was available. The version I have here is 97 minutes, so is that, yeah, that's the unrated cut, I guess. The critical response for this movie, this movie currently holds an 89% on Rotten Tomatoes. I did find that a lot of like famous Other directors had cited this movie as one of their favorites, including Eli Roth and Simon Pegg, who did, I think he said this was a pretty big influence on Shaun of the Dead. My thoughts on this film, so I saw that me and my partner and a friend rented this back in the early 90s. And I remember really hating this movie because my tastes weren't refined and my appreciation for low budget was not there. And so actually, I really didn't like this movie at all back in the day. Like I said, I got this for Christmas. I rewatched it. Of course, I found great enjoyment in it, and it is quite funny. It's very gory. The acting's really funny. It kind of reminded me of like a New Zealand version of Evil Dead 2 or something. It kind of had like this dark comedy to it. The gore, of course. The way the zombies like pop up out of the ground with the lights shining up below them, it totally reminded me of Evil Dead, which I'm sure Peter Jackson was a big fan of. So yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. I think it's if you just want total gore, this is the one for you. Some of the comedy, like the horror comedy elements of it, are hilarious. He jabs like a needle into a bunch of different people's noses and eyes and things like that, with varying degrees of success. But yeah, this is just a really, really fun movie. I know I was watching Dead Pit the other day, and they were saying like they wish that Peter Jackson had continued on doing horror movies, and I think I do agree with that, because I think you could already tell even in this early movie that he was a very talented filmmaker, and I think if he had stayed in this vein, he probably would have done some really some more cool stuff. So maybe as he gets older, he'll return to his horror roots. I don't know, but this movie's actually weirdly out of print. My mom got this for me. My sister got this for me for Christmas after they asked me what I wanted for Christmas, and I said, I want Dead Alive on DVD. Of course, this was probably around $50. The Blu-ray goes for well over $100, so it's never been reissued as far as I know in North America. Apparently Peter Jackson's working on restorations of this and Bad Taste, and upgrading them to 4K, so we'll see if that comes in the coming years. Maybe. I know if this and Bad Taste came out on 4K in like a boutique edition, probably a lot of those boutique horror fans would just lose their minds. I know this would be really well received, because this is a very well-loved movie by the horror community as far as I can tell. And so I think if it got like an upgrade, it would probably sell really well. So hopefully they'll do something with that. This DVD is a Lionsgate Trimark edition. It's from, sorry, I'm so breathless. I don't know why. I don't see a year on it, but 2001 it looks like. So yeah, so this one online goes for around $50, I think, and the Blu-ray is, like I said, I believe my sister and I looked it up. It's over $100, so I didn't quite want to go that far. But what else can I tell you about this? This is a 97 minutes, perfect time, color, special features, really none, just the trailer. This is a pretty bare bones edition, so that's why I think if they reissue this in a nice, boutique style with like a hard box or something, this would probably be really popular. They really did not go to any great lengths with the DVD, the actual disc art. Of course, a lot of you probably remember this cover art from the video store. This is definitely burned and etched into my mind. I remember this cover very well going to the video store. Like I said, my partner and a friend of mine rented this back in the day, and I just wasn't, I guess, prepared for the low budgetness of it. And for those of you who watch my channel regularly, you know I'm not a huge fan of low budget movies, but some I do like. And like I said, this one totally put me in mind of like Evil Dead 2. On that note, I just watched the movie Cemetery Man for the first time on Shudder, and I love that movie too. And I sort of thought, oh, this would be like a triple feature with Evil Dead, Cemetery Man and Dead Alive. You'd have to have a pretty strong stomach. There's a lot of gore, but you can currently watch this for free. Actually, there's a really nice copy on YouTube for free. You didn't hear it from me, but there is a lovely looking, it might be from the Blu-ray copy on YouTube. So you can watch it there in all of its gory glory. And yeah, what else can I say? This edition, yeah, a little disappointed that there's not really any special features on it, but I'm really just have it for the movie anyway. So you can see on the back, I don't know if you can see that, but there is some pictures of some of the gore, but the gore in this is just so over the top. It's kind of amazing. But yeah, I would, if you like gory movies, if you like Evil Dead 2, or Evil Dead for that matter, comedy horrors, just, yeah, this movie's great. This movie's great. I give this a top recommendation from Night Owl Video, so go check this out. Save up your allowance, and maybe you can get a used copy for now. And then hopefully, like I said, Peter Jackson's supposed to be restoring them, and they should hopefully get like a boutique release in the coming years, but we'll see. But for now, that's it. That's my thoughts on Dead Alive. Let me know what you thought of this movie. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Consider giving me a thumbs up if you like this kind of review. Welcome to all my new followers, by the way. I'm now up to, I think, 415 subscribers or something. I just broke the 400 mark the other day, so thank you to everybody who has recently subscribed and left comments and all that. I really appreciate your support. And if you missed it this past Tuesday, I reviewed The Stepford Wives, the 1970s version, of course. So if you missed that, go back and check it out. And I also had a thrifting haul video on Wednesday, which you can go check out as well. You can follow me on Instagram at Night Owl Video. And until next time, I will see you at the video store or at the thrift store or just out and about somewhere. But until next time, take good care of yourselves and keep those darn zombies locked up in the basement. All right, bye.